Good afternoon, everyone. This is North Shore Preparedness coming to you from the North Shore of Lake Ontario. Today is Tuesday, September the 1st, 2020. And it was a hot and muggy day here. I think we reached it was only a temperature of about 26 degrees or so. But man, it was muggy. And you know, that's somewhere in around 78 or so for my my American brothers and sisters. So I was requested to do a September 1st quick garden update for Auntie T. So that's what I'll be doing here. Auntie T, it hasn't been a minute since I made my last comment to you there over on the Watchman News, okay? So I just got my camera, picked it up, brought it out here, and we're going cold raw here, okay? So that's my rosemary. I'll show you guys what I got going on outside. And it's a little righty-offy. I've had some little bit of trouble with some unruly cherry tomatoes. We'll show you that. We'll get to that. Now, my pots of basil here, they seem to be all yellow, and I'm not sure why, unless that's that particular variety. Like the leaves that are green here that you can see, you know, they're nicely green, but they're not a very dark green. I've got another basil plant on the other porch, so we'll get to showing you that. And here's my parsley. My parsley seems really happy in this pot here. It's doing just fine. So without further ado, let's get to it. That pea plant died. It doesn't like the heat. Okay, we got a bunch of buckets here. 1, 2, 3, 4 buckets of cantaloupes. 3 seem to be doing well. These peas are toast. They didn't produce a whole lot, but they did produce some pods, which I'm going to leave on the vine and let those go to seed. So I'll harvest the seeds out of that. Now, I mean, these melons, they're doing their climbing thing and all that, but I'm not seeing any fruit on them yet. So, you know, I don't know if the heat got to them or what the deal is. So, you know, we're just going to have to monitor those throughout the rest of the season and see what they do. But, all right, so back we go. Okay, all of my Boston lettuce that I had hanging all bolted on me, so I just kind of stopped watering it. Same as the case with here. And there's another Boston over there that all bolted, so I just kind of let them go. So, all right, garden update. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, see what we can see. See some tomatoes down there. Starting to come ripe. Some beautiful tomatoes here. Starting to come ripe, but not real close. Lots of tomatoes in here. Lots of tomatoes down in there. Lots of tomatoes back there. Tomatoes everywhere here. Everywhere is tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes there, there. Tomatoes here. You know, move a leaf. Just go ahead, I dare you. Move a leaf, and we've got tomatoes. Bunches and bunches and bunches of tomatoes. As you can see, this is my, I didn't pick out completely, my bolted radishes. All my radishes bolted, all of them. I got 1 radish out of the whole 4 varieties that I planted. So, I mean, my radishes didn't do well at all. But yeah, tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. Everywhere. Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. Everywhere, tomatoes. I got tomatoes all over the place. I'm gonna really enjoy tomatoes. You know, I'm gonna do a lot with them. But as you can see, they're not coming in. They're all. Let's see if I can zoom in on this. Hang on a second. Let me put my other glasses on so I can actually see what I'm doing for you guys. All right. Let's see if we can see the viewfinder here. Yeah. Okay. So we got tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes. You know. There's tomatoes all over the place. All over the place. Put all the tomatoes in there. You know. And all these tomatoes, they pretty much overran any yellow beans that Pilfer didn't get to. My furry little friend. This is another variety of tomatoes that over here. I believe these are the ruby reds. As you can see, none of them are ruby red at the moment. You know, they're just real slow coming in. all my tomatoes outgrew my beans, my carrots. Bunch more ruby reds down here. More ruby reds. Like greeny greens to me, but you know, that's kind of what we're getting as far as that particular bed goes. And they overgrew my carrots. You know, tomatoes I guess need a place of their own. So especially this variety, or they need to be penned up or something. But okay, let's get into some peppers over here on this other bed. Let me just back this back off so you can get a realistic view of what's happening here. A nice little pepper starting to come in there. Little buds. Lots of little buds coming in here. A little pepper there. More buds over here. Lots of little buds coming. Little pepper there. Here we go. There's a beautiful sight. That's a lovely, lovely sized green pepper there. I won't harvest him just yet. I'll leave him on the vine. I'm not going to be harvesting any tomatoes tonight. I'm up to some other stuff. So I'll leave what's on the vine, and we'll get to that tomorrow. I got other things to do today. Again, more little peppers, more little buds. Nice little peppers. Nice little buds coming. Lots of little buds on this. Look at that. Look at that right there. Sorry if the camera's moving around too much, Auntie T. I'm just trying to negotiate my way in through these peppers. Here's another little pepper plant in through here. Let's see what we can find under here. The tomato is really making friends with this pepper plant. Get out of there. Leave him alone. What do we got going on here? I thought I saw a pepper on here the other day. No, that's something I already harvested. Not much production on this little plant. Oh, wait a second. Look at what I found down here. There's a couple nice little peppers down in there. Alright, I'll be getting to harvesting that. Okay, again, there's more tomatoes down in here. Everywhere you look, tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. They're just everywhere. All over the place. Everywhere you look. We got some that are starting to come in, but they're not quite there. Not quite there. So I will be picking a few and bringing them inside here after I make this video for you, T. And you know, I'll put them under like even here where I'm standing. I got tomatoes right under my feet everywhere here. These tomatoes are nuts. I got a few coming in here again, not quite ripe yet, but I'll be collecting a bunch of those. Some under there. Gotta move everything right. Everywhere you move a leaf. Look at that. Tomatoes everywhere, everywhere. Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. So, I would say I'm having a very good year for tomatoes. Here's my romaine lettuce. Some of it's starting to bolt, and it's kind of on its way out too. But yeah, just everywhere you look, tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. Where's my tomatoes? Yeah, green peppers, green peppers, green peppers. Can you see that, guys? Lots of green peppers coming in. Beautiful green peppers coming. Beautiful. Oh, look at that guy. Beautiful green peppers coming. Still lots of buds coming too on these, as you can see. So these are going to continue to harvest for me, which is great. Love green peppers. Oh, look at this guy. Wow. Beautiful. Another nice one. So, yeah. Need to be spending some time out here. I can't understand why my tomatoes aren't coming in. You know, look at all the buds on top of this guy. I have more peppers there. Nice little pepper coming in there. There's like a few more there. Nice pepper there. Down in here, another nice little pepper. It's not huge, but I'll take it. So I'm probably going to be doing I've been doing some canned whole tomatoes. So I'm probably going to be, I'll probably be doing a stewed tomato once some more of these tomatoes come in. I'll throw in some of those peppers, some onions, maybe some of this chard. The chard's still doing real well. So I'll be either dehydrating more of this or including it into you know, maybe some soups or stews or whatever I make. Okay. All right. So the cannabis, you guys been wondering about the cannabis. Thank you for your tips on that, Auntie T. You can see how some of these leaves are yellowing, eh? I want to show you kind of a classic example of sort of how they've been yellowing differently than how they yellowed last time. I saw a good example. Here's a good example right here. Let me just pick it off and show you guys. Okay, when I had yellowing previously, you see how the yellowing on this is on the outside of the leaves? The previous time I had yellowing, it was on the inside of the leaves and right around on the inside here. So it's yellowing differently. Now, I have given it some Epsom salts and a bit of Miracle Grow and stuff like that. So that seems to have kind of corrected it, but I got neighbors right next door. You can probably hear their daughters playing right now. They've got cannabis out there, and they're not affected. Their plants don't seem to be affected in this way. So, you know, something going on specifically in this soil that is doing that. But as you can see, they're starting to bud out for me. Like this one's 6.5 feet tall here now. So hopefully I'll get some good, nice buds off of that, and we can make some medicine for folks who need that. Carrots, pots of carrots are still going, and they're crossed over by the tomatoes. The tomatoes came right across my walkway and are covering these carrots that I have in pots. This again, let me just back up over here. Again, this is all my potatoes in all these pots and buckets here. Some of the leaves seem to be yellowing, and that's fine. You know, I'll keep watering them and letting them go through their natural cycle, and then I'll stop watering them there for a week or whatever before I harvest them. Look over here. See how all my trellising is down? Look at this. That's freaking cherry tomato that ripped my trellising down. So I've got some very unruly cherry tomatoes messing with my system here. Now you can see again down in here, I got a bunch more aromas almost ready to come. Again, a bunch more almost ready. Again, a bunch more almost ready. Again down here, you know, I'll be harvesting these tomorrow. Like I said, I'll come out and do one round tonight after I'm done making this video for you, T. But you can see, yeah, just move stuff around, and you know, we're starting to have ripening stuff everywhere. But yeah, these cherry tomatoes these cherry tomatoes are kicking my ass. My butt, sorry, pardon my language. Cherry tomatoes everywhere, just everywhere. Did I mention I won't be planting any cherry tomatoes next year? Tell ya, no need for those things. But I'll use the ones I've got. I'll throw them into soups and stews, and I may put some down, you know, in other different ways. I may dry some and make some powder or whichever. But okay, so the rest of the garden, I was going to do a separate video for this, but here's an update on the lilies too. Okay, now not sure if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, but I'm not seeing one lily flower except for this original one that produced in late spring. Not a single one, and I have no idea why. Any of you got an idea on that? Please let me know, because I haven't got a clue. They produced well last year, but doesn't seem to be the case this year. You know, maybe this species doesn't produce every year. I'm not sure. But so anyways, Auntie T, there you go. There's my garden update. My cherry tomatoes have written off my other tomatoes. My other tomatoes have written off my radishes, my carrots, my yellow beans. But by the look of it, I'm going to have a bumper harvest of tomatoes. So I will be making lots of tomato sauces, diced tomatoes, things like that. Now, when I said I had basil on the other porch here, here it is. See how beautiful and dark green that is? So I don't get it about those yellow ones on the other side unless it's a different species. Anyways, that's what I've got for you guys for this Tuesday. Hope everyone's well and safe. This is going to be North Shore Preparedness. Out for now.